for a long time I was defined by the life game. It was started by something else. Oh yes, a paper of von Neumann's. Oh my God, why did I forget von Neumann? Von Neumann was a fantastic mathematician, and he had a sort of foray into biology. I was rather surprised. Fairly recently, I attended a conference which was mostly addressed by biologists, and they all regarded von Neumann as, they were sort of mathematical biologists. They regarded von Neumann as their sort of progenitor. He was a very interesting guy. And anyway, somehow I've kept on coming back to various things of von Neumann's. And we've intersected a lot. I think it's a sign that von Neumann was interested in so much, you know. I wasn't interested in making bombs, which were one of his claims to fame, but I was interested in all sorts of mathematical topics that he started off or continued in various ways. And yeah, I'm now the von Neumann Professor of Mathematics at Princeton. I only get to use that normally when writing references for students. I sign it at the end, you know, John von Neumann, Distinguished Professor of Mathematics or something. And I can pretend I'm doing it for the students' sake.
But it gets you an invitation to all the von Neumann meetings.
Yeah, I get invitations to conferences about von Neumann, which happen every now and then. There was one occasion when the Hungarian Academy of Sciences, on the occasion of the 100th anniversary of his birth, commissioned also, well, they had all sorts of events. There was a von Neumann year. And in Princeton, they found the place where von Neumann's first computer was operating, the first computer, perhaps I should make it perfectly clear, which was now in the nursery school of the Institute for Advanced Study. And they put a plaque on here with von Neumann's head on it in relief and so on. And it was rather funny. We went there, the mayor of Princeton was there, a lady called Phyllis Marchand, and my friend Simon Koshin and I. We went, and I remember it started raining just before the appointed time for this plaque to be revealed to the world. And we stepped into the Institute Nursery School, and there were little kiddies on tricycles running around between our feet, and all these distinguished Hungarians and so on. And then we paid a visit to von Neumann's grave.
And this was the occasion where we opened the box.
Oh, the box. That was, that's a fascinating thing, yes. I'd met von Neumann's daughter a number of times, Marina von Neumann, who became an executive at General Motors and was a very distinguished lady. Anyway, at one time, at one of these von Neumann meetings, we had lunch together, and the topic of conversation was the box. Von Neumann had left a box with some papers in it, not to be opened until 50 years after he died. And Marina's daughter had been saying, "Come on, Mum, let's open the box. We don't have to tell anyone." Marina said, "No, Daddy wouldn't have wanted us to open the box before he said, you know." And then they opened the box eventually, and it was nothing to do with von Neumann. Von Neumann's wife had married another person, and it was her previous husband's letters that were in the box. And it was nothing interesting at all.